looking at exponents here and questions that involve simplifying expressions with exponents. And it's just a straightforward application of some of the rules that you've probably learned in the past. Let's begin by zooming in on our first question here, A. We're given a rational expression. That means we have a denominator and a numerator. And we want to simplify this in such a way that we only have the least number of variables and their respective powers. So I'm going to begin this one by, kind of simplifying my numerator because it looks like it has, quite a bit up there that needs to be condensed. So I'm going to have an equal sign here. And the first thing I'm going to do is probably bring in the variable that is outside the second set of brackets. So, this is going to become x to the 6 because the 2 is multiplied by that exponent and y to the 10. I'm going to close that up, draw my division line, my fraction line, and just copy my denominator as it is. And this will be y to the 7. Okay, at this point I can continue with combining my numerator. Notice that I have over here x to the 4 and x to the 6. I also have y squared, y to the 10, and when you multiply powers with the same base, you simply add the exponents together. So this will be easily x to the 10, y to the 12, all over this guy here. That doesn't change, so I'm just going to pop it in here. And the final step is to rewrite this using the division rules for exponents, which means you subtract the exponents from each other. And I'll just show that explicitly because it looks something like this. And my final answer will be x squared y to the 5. Okay, I believe I got that right. No, actually I didn't. I did make a little mistake. This should have been 13 because that was a 3 over there. Okay, so that's a 3. But the rest, so this is going to be also 13 minus 7, and that'll give me a 6. The rest is good. Okay, so let's move on to a slightly more difficult question, again involving exponents here. Like before, I have my denominator, which has an exponent outside my power. So I'm going to do that first and just copy everything above. But you know what? Maybe in the process, I'll even do 2 steps in one. Namely, I'm going to multiply the numbers together. And I'm going to also multiply the powers that have the same base together. Okay, so the x squared, the x4, the y7, and the y, by the way, that's a y1. So in my numerator, I'm going to have negative 8 times 4, which is 32. I'll have x to the exponent 6 over here, and I'll have y to the exponent 8 over here. And that will all be over. I'm going to square the whole base. So 4 squared is 16. X squared will be x to the 4, and y cubed squared will be y to the 6. So now I can simplify my numerical parts, and that is these two guys over here. So I'm going to get negative 2 and x squared. I'm just subtracting the exponents with each other, and y squared. So here are 2 fairly straightforward examples where you're simplifying expressions with exponents, okay? And they are rational expressions.